Hi everyone, I'm back. So it took a little while for me to get back because I made this. This is for anyone who wants to download it. Under this video is a link where you can download it. It's on my Google Drive. And I have made a special folder for downloads. So anyone that wants one of these, you can just download it. And this is the whole file. I put a little border around it and I made it just like it's already been put in a mat. So all you have to do is print it out. This is an A4 size for just a normal printer at home. But if you want, you can also send it to a printer. If you get in trouble and they say, you know, they can't do it because my name's on it, I will send you a authorization thing that you can let them print it out. I've only had that once, so I don't think a lot of people, a lot of printers do that. But so this is a giveaway for everyone that wants it. Not for the sponsors only, for everyone. So if you want it, just go to the link under the video and download it. Now I have been doing a few little pours on little pieces of photo paper just to see what would happen. I have my camera all set up for if something amazing happens. And I've mixed up some colors, weird colors that I normally would never mix. But we're still in that, you know, process that I told you all about of me doing a lot of different colors. So what I want to do is just one, I'm going to put some paint on here. And this time there's absolutely no silicone in it whatsoever. So this is the new pouring medium, or whatever they're going to call it. And just Vallejo. This is the fluid Vallejo paint. That's kind of cool. I like it. So what I wanted to do is just see what happens. Oh, I put it on the wrong side there. Oh, but I do like those colors. I would never come up with this. And if you look really closely, wait a minute, let me get you in real close. Look at that, there's already little cells in there. And there's absolutely no silicone in here. So that's something, isn't it? And too bad it's not on this because that's on the wrong side. Let me get you back in focus. There you go. So just let's see what happens when we torch it. I don't think much is going to happen because it can't. See that? Nothing happens. The little white cells you see, they just appeared out of nowhere. But torching this will not do a thing because there's no silicone in it. And I really like that. Look at that. Let me get you in really close. There you are. Look at that. That is cool, isn't it? I really do like what it does. And for people not wanting to use silicone, you know, this stuff has so many possibilities because it just does weird stuff all by itself. Just a little bit of black. Let's tone down on all that black. And a little bit of white. One drop of... This isn't black, it looks like black, but it's Payne's gray. Okay, let's do that again, but then this time we're going to use the right side down. I don't know what this is, but the that new stuff, it keeps, it does different stuff. I don't know. Can you see how different it is? Normally these colors, let me see here. Normally these colors would be mixed much more together, but they're not. As you can see, there's this beautiful wispy kind of stuff going on, and it is just beautiful. I'm pretty sure if you just made like a pendant out of this without any torching, it would be just beautiful. So I'm going to keep these two. Look at that. Just so pretty. Okay, now I'm going to add the silicone. If I can find it. Or did I have my silicone over here? Oh, yes, I did. Okay, when I say silicone, this time it's dimethicone, because the last one, and I'm going to put 1 drop in each color. Just 1. Because the last one I tried, I put in the spray silicone, but this is the dimethicone. It's a lot thicker because the spray silicone is, you know, just as thin as it comes. And this is just, oh, it's doing cool stuff, guys. Look, it keeps on growing. See that? It just keeps growing. That is so cool. Oh, when they put this on the market, you guys are going to have so much fun with this stuff. Okay, now we did put 1 drop of dimethicone in each color. I'm going to put them more in rows now. As you can see, I think I'm out of focus a little bit here. That's better. A little bit more of the white. Okay, now let's see what it does. Zip. That's really bright and pretty. And there it goes. See that? But to tell you the truth, I like the other one better. So let's fold it down again and open it up again. There are some really cool things going on, and I really like that. I'm going to keep this too. I will figure it out later where I leave them all. That's why I went so small as this, because, you know, I got so many. Let's put some spray silicone in too. Just a tiny, tiny bit. Just to mix it up. Maybe we'll get some bigger and smaller stuff going on. Just one big mess. Ooh, that's very dramatic because there's a lot of black in there. That is a lot of cells, but I think it's a little bit an overkill. But I might get some nice pieces of for the jewelry. You never know. Now this one I'm gonna play a little with. That's it. Okay, get you guys in focus. Now, let's see. Not too fond of it. But you can't get, you know, every single time get something totally amazing. That doesn't work. The other one's still growing, so that's kind of cool. So we'll just keep that there. What I wanted to do is, I wanted to do a pour with this one. Oh, I'm running out of canvases. I'm gonna do a really small one. So I'm gonna do a tiny little canvas. And I'm gonna pour it out of a little cup. This is where I use the shot glasses that I sell in the shop. These are, you can't, you know, squeeze them because they'll break, but they are for little flips on the canvas. They work out really well. So start with a little bit of white. And that beautiful, beautiful pinky color. And I think I will put something else in here. Let's see, maybe a little blue. Just make it go down and give it a little stir. Yep. And then a little bit more white on top. And let's see what we get. Look at that. That is really funky. That is really funky. Come on over. Wow. This stuff mixes into the paint and does something so totally amazing with it. I just do not understand why it's so different. But I guess the people in the laboratory do. But it is totally awesome. Just pulling it down the sides. Getting the little corners done. Look how pretty that is. I don't even want to torch it, but I am going to because there's silicone in there. Or shall we just wait and see what happens? No, I want to keep that bit. Let's just let it run down a little bit more. That is so beautiful. But I do want to torch it because I did put silicone in there. Let's see what happens. And I'm holding it up really high so it just gets the warmth. And then just let them grow. Okay, I do think I have an overkill on silicone in this paint, as you can see. But I'm going to scoop it up a little bit and then just pour it back on where I see the canvas coming through. A little bit in here. That is totally weird. That this stuff... It is really pretty. Just filling in the gaps a little bit. This is totally, I'm getting totally different results now. And it's sort of like discovering pouring all over again. And sometimes you'll have to fill in the little gaps if you put in too much silicone, but that isn't a problem at all. You know, make sure you have a palette knife because it's really important to have one, and you can just combine the colors that you see on the in your drip off. See, if I were to do something here, I'd take this a little bit here because that's the same color, and for the sides, because it's all sort of squiggly and mixed up, I just see that just fits, and it'll go down right now like this, and we fix that bit. But this is just something that sometimes you just have to do. You can't avoid that. There it is. But look how pretty that is. So I'm going to put this one away, but I really do like it. But the whole thing is that I'm getting such different results, and that's something that is really cool. Now, another thing that I have noticed with this new medium is that when it's dry and it's on plastic like this, it is much better to peel it off. And I can't show you because it's on the side, but this is something that I just, you know, poured off this morning because this is new plastic I put on, and you can just really peel it off. So for the people that are going to be using skins, let me see if I can do it here, but I did have a very thick paint over here. But look at that, it just peels off, see that? And for people wanting to use this sort of pouring for skins, you'll be amazed at what this stuff does, how easily, and look how shiny it comes off. So I think for those who use it for skins, you're going to be blown away by this stuff, because I don't know what is in there, and they're never going to tell us what's in there, because I know that is some sort of a mystery, because Liquitex will never tell you what's in there. They don't do that. But if you're going to use it for skins, you're going to be amazed at what you can do. Now I'm just dinking around with all the paint. But you will absolutely love it. So what we have, oops, I'm spilling some paint over here. So what we have found out about this stuff is, number one, it sells like crazy. So start off with, because this right here, too much sells for me. So start off with a little bit of dimethicone, a lot less than you're used to, because this stuff sells like crazy. Now another thing is that, as you can see here, this was the first one. Here was no silicone in this paint. So somehow, well, not somehow, here the density of the paint comes in play, because the white is the most heaviest paint. We all know that. So when you're sort of experimenting with colors, you can do a lot of stuff with no silicone, just testing the colors, and you will be amazed at what results you'll get. Let me get the other one. See that? And it's so freaky vibrant. It's like almost like resin. That's what it reminds me of, and especially when it's drying on the plastic. So that's what we've established right now. You can do a lot of pouring without any silicone in it. What you can do is do a background without silicone and then put, like I did with the blue and white one, you can put some white in the in your base color, and then what you put in your base color, there you put like 1 or 2 drops silicone or dimethicone in it, and then you'll get these amazing results. But this stuff keeps on moving. So the only place where it doesn't move is when you put it in the Winsor & Newton. Now, Winsor & Newton is much thicker. Like everything I have here, this is all Vallejo fluid acrylics. So for the fluid acrylics, you got to watch out, because what you see is not what you get, because after a while it will keep moving and grow and do. And if you're a person that likes not having total control over the painting, you're going to love this stuff. If you do want more control over what you're doing, so, you know, like I did yesterday, the 30 by 30 with Winsor & Newton, once I torched it, that's what I got. So if you want that, you'll have to go for the little bit thicker paint. And then I'm talking about Winsor & Newton, the Liquitex, the Amsterdam acrylics, the Reeves. We have like a ton of brands that are just a little thicker. It's that pasty stuff, you know, that if you put it on your hand and you do like that, it won't drop off. Now, if I were to pour this in my hand, because it's fluid, it would run right off. So there you have to, that's the bit where you have to split and choose what you want to do. Do you want to do the thicker paint or the fluid paint? So the choice is up to you. If you do the thinner paint, like you saw what I just did, you can just do anything and you'll see stuff grow and you'll see these beautiful blooms of paint. It's not as much cells as it is blooming, because blooming is when you over thin your paint with water, you get blooms too. But this time, because there's no water added to this is totally fine to sell, because, and I'm talking about selling the painting, because there's no water, you didn't break down the binders in the paint, so you're good to go. So this is awesome stuff. Okay guys, I'm gonna stop here. Please download the print if you like it. I really made it for everyone. So I just might do another pour later, I'm not sure. Maybe I'll do it later to post tomorrow, I'm not sure yet, but I'll be doing something. So love you all to pieces, liebe euch alle, and see you in the next video.